Buonasera. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your fellow paesano, Mr. Rino Zaurini in the house, and welcome to my Zaurini mobile. I'm in the car. Unfortunately, I have to start doing these guys in the car, but pleasure to have Mr. Severino in the house. How's it going, Sev?
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. We're on fire tonight. Then, of course, the man himself, Mr. Santino Merenda. What's going on, bro?
It's good to be back, boys. It's good to be back. Looking forward to a
I
spicy
know.
show.
Oh, boy. I know it's been a long time. You're happy here tonight, huh, Santino?
Absolutely, buddy.
But behave, huh? I want to see you mad, but,
You always behave, buddy.
Oh, I know. But I like to see you grinta tonight because we're going to have lots to talk about the azzurri, calcio italiano che è uno schifo, and, a little bit calcio mercato because we're Juventini and there's no mercato at the other team, so we have lots to talk about on that. Before I start, put a beautiful like and subscribe. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Now, before I start, we got Mr. Anthony Lafleur, as always. Buonasera a tutti, gents. And the man himself, Mr. James. What's going on, buddy? You got the band back together, yeah? Santino James is always telling me, when are you going to bring Santino? Well, I'll tell him. Here he is, Tony Roastbeef. What's going on, fellas? He's one of our...
What's up? Tony, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, he's one of our... Well, we are on the AGC chat, so Tony is one of them with Severino. So, yeah. James. Anthony, you are in the MT. So, guys, let's start. I know I would love to start to talk about, the Azzurri, the Italian calcio. I know all of us here, I'm pretty sure Severino and Santino himself is really mad because, guys, I don't know about you, I was really pissed off myself about this Euros with our lovely Italy that they failed against Switzerland. But not only, yes, we beat Albania, but let's be honest, Albania, it's a Serie C team. Come on. Like, if we can't beat Albania and Zoma, even though we almost risk to lose, thanks to Di Marco, he did that cagada. But then with Croatia, let's say we got kind of lucky. Thank God to Zaccagni, he did a beautiful goal at De Piero, but then that's Switzerland, schifo. But I don't know what to say. I know all of you have been hearing me, what I said on the video, which I want to hear my lads and the people on the chat, say what they have to say. But man, I don't know about you guys, because right after the game, I was really pissed off myself after what I'm hearing from Gravina, that hasn't resigned, Spalletti. The players itself, no grinta. Like, where's this team that we've seen at 2021, guys? Like, since then, everything went up. Darmian was bad. Di Marco. Our boy Chiesa, sorry Severino, I gotta say, even Chiesa, no va bene. I know you're gonna attack me, but not only Cristante, like this is a formation of a 3-5-2. You know what I mean? And he does this 4-3-3. Like, the formation, the system, really bad. So I want to start off Santino because it's been a while that he hasn't been here. Let me know what your thoughts, buddy, and we can cover up with everyone in the chat and, of course, with Severino.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say, boys. With the exception of Calafiore, Donnarumma, and Bastoni, maybe. With the exception of those three, the rest of La Squadra was Faschivo. And, I don't really have an answer for you guys because, in my opinion, I like the team. I like the players we brought, like our midfield on paper was strong, boys. Pellegrini, Barella, Fagioli off the bench is a good talented young player. Fratesi, attacking. Scamacca had an amazing year for Atalanta. I thought he was going to do well. Chiesa, we know that Chiesa when he's on form, is a beautiful player. He was one of the main reasons why we won the last time. So much talent, but for some damn reason, the Azzurri just could not get it together. I don't know if it was coaching. I don't know if the players weren't 100%. I don't know if it was a miscommunication. I can't give you an answer, as I thought this team on paper was quite solid, but they didn't bring it, boys. They didn't bring it. And I'm not surprised they lost to Switzerland. We played one good half in this Euros. The first half against Albania. That's it.
Yep.
We played like shit against Spain.
Agreed.
Shit against Croatia. We should have lost if it wasn't for Zaccagni in the last second. And Switzerland, Switzerland brought it, and they dominated us, guys. It is what it is.
As Anthony, sorry, Seth. As Anthony said, only Calafiore Donnarumma showed the Azzurri. Everyone else was Tecca.
Well, but
Go ahead, Seth.
Bastoni played pretty good too.
Bastoni. The problem with Bastoni with the three position, but with the
four,
the formation with four, not good. But I cannot deny. Sorry, Severino.
Go ahead. No. I was actually going to say I agree 100% with Santino in that sense of they didn't play with balls at all. Like they had no balls, they had no grinta, no nothing. As much as I love Chiesa, guys, like even him, like the last game, he must have centered how many balls in the middle of the 6-yard box, and there was nobody there. Whether it was Scamacca, whether it was Retegui, like I'm not trying to be on the Chiesa bandwagon, but
no,
but in the last game, he bothered me too a little bit. Like,
yes,
was he one of the few who were fighting to score a goal? Yes, 100%. That's his job. His job is to create chances, right? That's Chiesa's job. His job is not to score 20 goals a year. His job is to create chances. But Fratesi, a ghost. The whole tournament, ghost. He a clown show. The problem with Italy is they have no striker. Whether it was Immobile 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whether it's now with Scamacca and Retegui, those guys are not strikers. And they're not big time Harry Kane type strikers. They're not. They don't have those guys. They don't have it. Italy doesn't have it. Barella is a world-class player. Spalletti refused to play Fagioli and Cambiaso, and I'm not saying that as a Juve fan, but guys, come on, Cristante, really?
Like, that was bad.
Come on, Cristante is a clown show. He's a El Shaarawy. I'll give you this. He's gonna try. Is he a big time player? Not to me, personally.
No, not really.
He's not a big time player. He's a good player. He's gonna help out. He's gonna do what he's got to do. But Fagioli needed to be in that game, bro. Jorginho was a joke. This whole thing was he's too slow. He can't keep up with guys like with teams with Spain and guys, like he can't do that. He can't keep up. He's not the player. Can I ask you guys a question? You guys know a lot. You guys know a lot more about this stuff than I do. Where was Verratti?
He wasn't called.
Why?
He was playing down in Saudi, Severino, and he didn't have a strong season, so he didn't get selected for the Azzurri.
Oh, so it wasn't like a principle thing, like, oh, now you play with Saudi, you're not going to get called up. Like,
I mean, usually when players play in the MLS or Saudi, they don't really get considered.
Yeah, that's bullshit because he's a great midfielder.
I'd rather have Verratti than Jorginho and
100%. 100%.
Cristante, that's for sure.
100%.
Yeah, Santino hates Jorginho.
Fucking guy's a clown.
He's too slow. He's slow. He's just too slow.
Pagliacci, clowns.
Yeah, clouds. Yeah, I'm just going through the message here. Yeah, Verratti, well,
No,
he's my
Qatar,
favorite too. He's a brute.
whatever, same shit.
Yeah.
Saudi, Qatar, fuck.
Yeah, well, he's my paesano. He's a Puzzese. He does bring the lead of the midfield, but they did a lot of bad choices. At this point, they should have put Locatelli instead of Cristante. Even though Locatelli did not play his best with Juve, but I'm pretty sure he'll put a lot more grinta. You know what I mean? So
They should have
I
played
don't know.
Fagioli more. They should
You know
have played
what?
Fagioli more.
It would have been nice if Tonali didn't get suspended. He would have been a nice.
Tonali
addition.
would have been
Good.
nice. Tonali would have been good. Yep.
Tony roast beef. Cristante is like if you take the defense acumen of Neymar and the ball playing of American high school keeper. Michael Verratti is done. Where was Pessina? Look, no, Verratti is not done. He's good, man. I don't know about Pessina Locatelli.
Verratti is not done.
Yeah. Ask Gravina that he doesn't want Juve players. That's why the reason this shit show's happening in Italian calcio, because we have that faccio di cazzo over there. Pezzo di merda. I'm going to talk about him. But that is definitely better than Cristiano.
Reno. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, Santino.
No, I was going to say, if you guys remember in the last Euros that Italy won, Verratti played good, eh?
Oh, my
controlled the
God.
midfield,
He was
man.
really good that year.
And he wasn't
Really
100%.
good.
Yeah. But Santino, you never liked him. I'm surprised he's saying
Yeah.
good.
Well,
He did play good.
I say it the way it is. If somebody plays good, even if I don't like them, I say it the way it is. He played well.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. The suspension isn't done yet, though, end of the season. Then no. Michael says no Verratti. Michael, non andiamo d'accordo. Severino is in New York. He's going to come and find you. Tonight will definitely be helpful for the azzurri as well. Well, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, to be honest with you, you know the way I look at it with this azzurri, even though after the comments from Gravina, Buffon was resigned and then now he's back. Like, they need to get their shit together, man. Like, until Gravina is there, I don't see this team building in the future, because I don't know about you guys. I'm concerned about the World Cup. What about you guys? If they don't change mentality here,
I think Italy will make the World Cup. You're gonna have new players integrated. Like Tonali will be there. Fagioli will be a year older. He brings good talent. Maybe Camarda, the young player from AC Milan, is. And guys, just to remind you, at the end of this month, the under-19 Euros is going to be on, and Camarda is going to be on the team. Watch out for this kid, He's going to be a young star,
But the problem with Italy, we have all these young players. They need to put them in, man. You look at Spain. You see these kids, 16 years old. They're doing great. We're way behind. What are your thoughts, Severino, about this? About Calcio Italiano? Because I'm really pissed off, man.
I have a problem. I've had a problem with FIGC since Ronaldo signed with Juve. And I've said this, Reno, in the chat a million times. I don't like that Italy shit on Juve for bringing in Ronaldo. I think that Juve is the lightning rod for Serie A.
Yeah.
I think that if it wasn't for Juve, we would not have the World Cups that we have. We would not have the Euros that we have. Like, so the fact that they're trying to back us out of stuff, like, for example, like a Fagioli and Locatelli, that's the future of Serie A. Right now, anyway. Right now. There could be other players, but that's the future of Serie A. Tonali is a future Serie A. I thought Verratti was the future of Serie A, but for some stupid freaking reason, they sold them to PSG. I thought that these were the guys that were going to carry Serie A into the World Cup, the Euros, whatever it is. So I have an issue with Serie A. I don't like, and Reno, you know this about me. We talk all the time. I cannot stand Gravina. I can't stand Ceferin. I think they are clown shows. I think that they are anti-Juve, but they're not anti-anybody else. They're anti-Juve because Juve wanted to go with the Super League and all this other nonsense, all this, but they don't bother anybody else. The same thing today. Guys, I know we're not on that subject yet, but all of a sudden,
Calafiori.
all of a sudden, Bologna can rate Calafiori at 50 million, but a month ago or 3 weeks ago, he was 25 million or 30 million. It's such a joke. It is such an absolute bullshit joke of what Serie A has become. Like I can't stand it. It's almost like I almost wish that like FIGC just goes and go fade away, because you're a clown show. You want to compete with the Premier League and with La Liga and all these other leagues. You're never going to compete because you hate Juventus. You hate what put you on the map. Juventus is what put Serie A on the map, and they keep fighting it. They fight it constantly. But Santino, vai via.
Can I, before I get to Santino, 1 sec, who has the power to get rid of Gravina? Well, I hope somebody, because to cover your point, Severino, I was pissed off too about the Calafiori situation, because they do all it possible for not these Italians to play with us, but then they get sold, in Premier League whatsoever. And then, of course, these kids, like a guy like Calafiori, he should start with Juventus or maybe Milan, Inter, whatever that is. Then go, how can Italian calcio grow in this situation? That's where I get mad. And you guys know me, I will never be like Forza Albania or Forza Spain against Italy. I won't be that supportive until this Gravina shit show is around. Santino, I know you're the man of this topic. What are your thoughts, bro?
I mean, I have my point of view. So, are you guys mad that Calafiori is not being signed by Juve? Is that why you guys are pissed off that Juve didn't sign him? Like you wanted him?
Yes. I think Santino. I'm gonna tell you this. I think that Calafiori was the biggest thing we could sign this year, more than Coop Miners, more than re-signing Chiesa, more than I think Calafiori was the biggest cog in our thing. Like I think Calafiori would change the team.
Okay. So in my opinion, I understand
Go for it. Go
I understand where you guys are
coming from.
Go
ahead, Santino.
No. So I understand where you guys are coming from because you watch Calafiori in the Euros and he did a great job. But for me, Juve doesn't need him. The reason why I say that, because the biggest need for Juve is the midfield. Our defense is the last thing we should upgrade. We got Gatti, we got Danilo, we got Bremer. Our defense was one of the best in Serie A last year. We don't really need Calafiori. For me, the biggest problem was the midfield. They didn't generate any goals, any offense. So
agreed. I agree with you there.
If you ask me, the biggest guy they should be going after is Coop Miners, because that guy, I think he scored over 20 fucking goals in all competitions.
No, he's a beast. He's a beast. He's a beast.
He scores in open play. He assists goals like crazy. He scores phenomenal free kicks. The man does it all. You get that guy on your team and in your midfield automatically goes from average to one of the best. So that's the guy I think Juve should be focusing on. Do I like Calafiori? Absolutely, guys. I have eyes. I seen him in the Euros just like you guys. I thought he played brilliantly. But if the reason why he's going to Arsenal is because, they recognize he's a young, talented Italian defender. They paid the big bucks. And if he can grow in the Premier League, which is, let's be honest, the best league in terms of talent and money, if he can grow there, and then it'll help us down the road for the national team, and he might come back to Italy after. So that's the way I look at it. But, there's pros and cons. What Severino says, I agree. But I agree also with what I'm saying too. So I guess we got to wait and see how it plays out.
But the thing is, the whole purpose we're saying this, me Severino, it can be possible every time we have to get these players. like Bologna did not want to sell Juve, like what happened with Locatelli. You know what I mean? Because Calafiori
Yep.
wanted to join us. But it's not just Calafiori here. It's everything. Everything against Juve. Like today, Barzagli, the Fiorentina fans didn't want him coaching the young team.
Was it
Like, come
Marquisio?
on, man. Like,
Marquisio or Barzagli?
no, Barzagli. Marquisio, that's another story.
Yeah,
We can talk
Marquisio,
about
that's
it
a whole
later.
other
Yeah,
fucking
I heard
story.
something.
Yeah, Drugi. Yeah, the
okay.
Curva Sud.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go through some comments here before. It's the job of Gravina and Spalletti to build the national team if they want the Azzurri to do well in the future tournaments, and keeping Italians in Italy is start at top. Calafiori will do well at Arsenal. We'll see if he does well. I hope they don't put him on the bench,
Is
Michael.
he even going to start with Arsenal?
Who knows?
Oh, that's my question.
Who knows?
Like I said today on my
That's
video.
why. Okay, but Reno, me and you go back and forth. We argue a lot too throughout the day. With all these rumors and everything that goes on, whether it's Calafiori, whether it's Chiesa, all this stuff. Do we really? How much do we really believe all of these rumors? All of this, Agresti, Schira, all these guys that we follow day in and day out. I think we got to take all of this, and as Alberto says all the time, we got to take this shit with a grain of salt. Like it's
yeah, that's what I always say.
Like you can't be like right away. All of us think Motta does not want Chiesa. I don't think that's real. I really don't. I don't think that's
what
real.
I've been hearing. I don't know, Sev. It's been more than one person based on his style. Maybe he wants another player. You know what I mean?
Guys,
we'll see.
I'm never going to deny that Chiesa is in his brain. He's a freaking idiot in his brain, but he's very. I look at it as he's very talented, and he's a guy that I want on my team because of his talent. But if he's cuckoo in the head where he thinks he's the best player in Europe,
no, that's not good. Yeah,
he's not the best player in Europe. He's not.
Severino, that's why I say. That's why I tell you so many times, and Santino knows me, that I love Chiesa. That's why I don't want him, because he wants more money. But then you say I flip-flop. It's not that I flip-flop. It's about being realistic, you know? Either you accept that contract or else fai quattro passi. I have his shirt. I just bought his shirt. Azzurri, number 14, Chiesa, me and my wife. I didn't buy Juventus because I don't know if he's going to stay.
Yeah, no. He'll be on the Italy team. He won't be. He might not be on the Juventus team.
Now you're saying that. But on the chat, you keep on. No, Chiesa staying.
I still think that Chiesa will be on Juventus next year. I really do. I don't think his agent is that stupid to let him stay. Like, what is wrong with them? You're gonna go to Rome? You're gonna go to Napoli? You're gonna go to? They're not. He's never gonna go there. He can't be that stupid. I know. De Rossi wants him.
Yeah, but he has other options as well as Bayern and Liverpool. But we have to see if those are confirmation. That's the only way I can see him leaving, not to Roma.
You guys know better than me. You guys know more.
No, we don't know better. I don't know better.
No. Meaning more of, would Chiesa even start on Bayern Munich?
Alberto, oh damn, not Sev. I'm out of here for fuck's sake. The man, Alberto. Sorry, Sev.
I don't think Chiesa would start for Bayern.
That's my point, Santino. That's my point. Like, what is he doing in his head? What is he doing? He's gonna go to play. Okay, fine. Oh, I'm gonna go play for another team that's gonna play in Champions League. Who's gonna play? Is Club World Cup with Bayern Munich? Are they playing with Bayern Munich?
I would assume so.
Okay. He's going to leave Juve, a Champions League team and a Club World Cup team and a Coppa Italia team and a Super
Scudetto.
League, Scudetto and the Super Coppa. He's going to leave all of that to go play in Roma or Napoli? I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah,
you could
That's what bothers me. That's what bothers me about Chiesa. Like, I make the argument all the time that Juve should do this or this or this, but where is his agent? Where is his agent to say to him, this is the best thing for you? Play for this team.
Severino, I didn't see Dybala going to Roma, and he went.
Dybala
if
was
Dybala
not.
can go to Roma, I think Chiesa can go to Roma too. You know what I mean?
Well, if nobody offers him more, yeah.
Dybala.
What
To
are your
me
thoughts
was
about Chiesa? Sorry, go ahead, Sid.
No, Severino, finish your thought.
No, I was just going to
Finish.
say.
Sorry, Sid.
Dybala was a mistake by Juve. Juve should have sold Dybala a year earlier. They made that mistake of waiting for him to be on a free to let him go wherever the hell he wanted to. And at that point, he took less money to go to Roma. And Juventus literally said to him, whether it was Arriva Bene or who was the other? Not Nedved. Who was the other guy? Cherubini, who said, you're not part of the project anymore, which is, I mean, to me, it's insane. But for them to say you're not part of the project anymore, Dybala, if he was a Juventino, would have said, I want to be part of the project. What is it going to take for me to stay here? I want to stay here. You want to pay me $4 million? I was making $8 million, whatever it was. I want to stay here. And that's my problem with Chiesa. As much as everybody in this chat knows that I love Chiesa, Chiesa should say, I have improved the fucking thing. I want to stay here, and then let me prove my shit. Let me prove that I should stay here. That's my whole take on it. But Santino, you go.
Yeah, you go ahead, Santino.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll go on the comments.
Reno knows. I mean, we've been going back and forth for years on Chiesa. I mean, Sev, I know you like him. I was a big fan.
I love him.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Chiesa, but for me, the price tag that we paid, I don't know what it was, 40 or 50 million. Let's just say it's 40. I don't know what it was.
Oh, back from Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, he doesn't justify that price tag. I don't think he puts up the stats. I think he's capable of a lot more, and he's just not consistent enough. But on the other hand, I've seen when he's on his game, he's a game changer. So you don't know what you're going to get from Chiesa. Like I said,
well said.
He's inconsistent, boys. So I mean, if he stays and he does what I know he can do, yeah, I'm all for it. But if he's going to do the same shit and injury and run around with his fucking like a chicken with his head cut off, I'm going to be pissed off, man.
Well, let me ask
walking
you this.
Band-Aid, huh? Santino, he's a walking Band-Aid. Sorry, Seth.
No. I was just going to ask, like, so if let's say we sell him and we get Sancho.
Yeah, see, I know where he's going. Severino's right. I wouldn't want Sancho over Chiesa.
I don't see
I'd rather keep Chiesa.
Right. Like, I don't see him as an upgrade. I don't see Zigrova as an upgrade. I don't see
Greenwood?
Orsolini.
Greenwood?
No. Greenwood, no. Not a chance.
Greenwood had a good year. Buddy, you know
Greenwood had a good year. I don't want
guys, you know who's trying to get Greenwood, believe it or not? Lazio.
Who?
Lazio's negotiating.
No shit. For real?
Yeah.
That's what I heard
too.
I
don't know if it's going to go through, but we'll see.
But the thing with Greenwood, he has problems with his girlfriend whatsoever. We don't need that shit at Juventus, bro.
He did, but I mean, he played last year in the La Liga.
Greenwood is actually a dope player. Like, he's really good.
Yeah, so he played last year with no problems in the La Liga. He scored almost 10 goals, and he's young and very. I have some Man U fans, and they said, "Man, that guy's super talented." So last year he did good with no problems. So
I look at it more of what are we doing here type of thing. Like, okay, we're gonna sell Chiesa at well under cost, because Chiesa at his prime, let's just say 2 years ago, you're selling Chiesa for what, 60, 70 million?
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
Now you're
2 years ago,
him, right. Now you're gonna sell him for 20 or 30. So I look at that more. I don't look at that as a Juventus fan. I look at that as like if I had like stocks for my retirement fund. Like, I don't want to sell my best thing at a 30 million or 25 million. Like the deal that came through tonight. What was that? 20 million to Roma? Is that true?
Yeah.
20, 25 million?
25 million to Roma.
Yeah, 25 mil.
Yeah, that's the part of it that bothers me. Dude, at the end of the day, I love Chiesa, but if we're gonna sell him, let's get our money's worth out of it. Like, let's get the profit. Let's do this so we can go and after a Coupe or after a Calafiori or whatever. Oh, and by the way, Rena, we got to talk about Calafiori.
Yeah,
because what's going on with Bologna, we gotta talk about that, bro. That's
we did kind of spice it up, but we'll get there.
That's an absolute joke. That's an absolute joke.
Yes. So before I go forward, well, now you got me confused, Severino. I'm not just Okay, I want to cover this comment. No. Tony Roastbeef. He's on the AGC chat too. That's what you've been hearing. Maybe you need to see audiologist or a psychiatrist. Could be hearing voices, man. I don't hear voices. I tell you guys, even on my videos, whatever. I have sources, friends from Italy, people that are in Juventus, they tell me things. Is it 100% sure? No. I always say it's not 100% sure. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Now, with this case, I think what I'm hearing that he might leave, but we will find out soon this week. Ne più ne meno, Tony. Like, I love you, bro, but it's not that I always say, oh, I'm right. Yes, sometimes I say, too bad I may not be always right, but I'm never wrong. But guys, I'm not Mr. Right over here. I bring what I hear, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Like, So,
Well said.
Yeah, well, I just want to. I just want to say that people say, "Oh, you and your sources." Our boy Alberto knows more than anyone, but even for him, he always says, "Take it as a grain of salt." Like, guys, it's not my problem that I got these connections in Italy. Like, I'm happy that these guys they contact me, so we'll see. But nothing is for sure. So let me see here. Yeah, I just want to go some message. Okay, Michael says, "Oh my God, no Sancho. I can't think of a single realistic target that will be close to an upgrade." Alberto, Sancho is a safety net loan without obligation. Gives you a good player.
Yes.
And a year to figure out. Okay.
All right, can I respond? Can I respond to Alberto?
Go ahead.
Really quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Then I move to more comments.
Sancho is not an upgrade over Chiesa. He's not, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. He's not an upgrade. You know what an upgrade to Chiesa is? Vinicius Jr. That's an upgrade.
I wish.
And
I wish, man. That's my favorite.
And obviously, Juve is not getting Vinny Jr. We're not getting Mbappe. We're not getting all these guys. So this is my argument. So I'm going to make an argument for Chiesa's side of it, where Chiesa's an idiot for not accepting this offer. And I'm going to make an argument for Juventus' side where is your upgrade? If you sell Chiesa, if you sold Chiesa on a high for 60, 70 million, then fine. Because then you could get midfielders, fullbacks, right backs, left backs. Then you could do that. You can't do that right now. You're going to sell Chiesa on a low for maybe 25, 30 million. That's my problem with it. It doesn't make any sense. Keep the guy. Give him an extra freaking 500 grand. Whatever it is, give it to him just to shut him up. He's such an asshole, this guy. Just give it to him and let's end this.
But
that's what
makes me so
annoyed.
Let me chime in here.
Go ahead.
So then I go. Go ahead, Santino.
Real quick. You know who I'd like to replace Chiesa? Who the fuck was that fucking guy when we played Spain? He was on the left-hand side. He was grilling everybody. He was a black
Williams?
What's
Williams?
Holy fuck, that guy I like.
Yeah.
That
Good
guy.
luck. Good luck trying to get that guy, bro.
But what's his name? Como te llamas?
Williams. Williams, I think.
William. Bring fucking William.
Yeah, he's from Spain.
But they're offering. Yeah, but they're offering him Barcelona, I think, 9 million now.
Where does he play? Fuck Atletico?
Barcelona, I think.
Oh fuck, that guy's.
I don't know.
That guy's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Buddy, he was going through the Italian defense like we're fucking pylons, buddy.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To
No,
close
that's
this,
Those are game changers. Guys like that are game changers. And I will tell you this, Santino. You know where I put
okay,
I put Yildiz in that category.
He's good too. He's good.
yeah.
He's gonna be good.
Yildiz is a game changer. He's gonna be one of these guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To close off with Chiesa, because I forgot before I was going to say to Severino. Just remember, Severino, we got Giuntoli. He probably brings some players that we don't know. So, Stati Galmo, whatever happens, we'll have something special. Because the guy is cooking. Can you smell what Giuntoli's cooking?
I don't. I'm not. I know I'm gonna get killed for this. I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on Giuntoli. I'm not. I'm not sold on Motta. I'm not. Okay, guys. Luis and no, I'm sorry, Luis.
Thuram.
Thuram and Carlos. I'm not. Those are not game changers for me. Douglas Luis. Sorry.
So I agree with Severino. So Sev, I was saying this to my cousin last night. The Douglas Luiz guy, I looked at his stats. He's really good. Fine, I'll have to.
No, he is. He is.
But that Thuram guy, I don't think we need him. He scores one goal every year. He's another Locatelli. What do we need him for? I need offense. I don't need a guy who scores one goal a year.
Well, I think that's why they're going after Coop, because Coop is a offensive-minded midfielder, which means he's going to put up the numbers. He's going to score 9 to 10 goals.
Yes.
My problem is more of everybody is so jacked up on these two midfielders that we got. Is Luis? I keep calling him Luis. Is
Douglas
Luiz?
Douglas is no, I know, but Douglas is what I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Is Douglas Luiz that much better than McKennie was last year?
Well, he's put up a lot. His numbers were really good last year in the Premier League. Sev, he scored almost 8 goals, 9 goals, a lot of assists. He did really good.
Okay,
but there's an answer to you, Sev. John Gross' brother. Anything is an upgrade for Chiesa.
Oh, shut up. Here
we go.
Here we go. Here we go. You guys are gonna be begging for a Chiesa type in September, October, November.
Okay, we'll go to Calafiori. Finish, Sev.
If Sancho was on this team, Sancho to me is an equivalent to Chiesa. Which means I think that they're just as aggressive. They could take on their man. The only problem is that maybe Sancho is a little bit smarter in the head, where Chiesa thinks he could take on 4 or 5 guys every fucking play. That's my problem with Chiesa. Is he thinks I'm the Terminator. I could take on 5 guys, where you can't. You can't. You're not that guy. And Mbappe doesn't do that. Vinny Jr. doesn't do that.
What's your thoughts on Dusan?
Oh man, I think he needs to realize that he's not worth $12 million a year. I want to keep him.
Would you be willing to sell him for the right price, or you want to keep him?
Yeah, but not for 12.
Not for 12. Are we? If my replacement, I don't see that. Okay, you see all the Xerxes moves. All the rumors of Xerxes, I don't think the both of them can play. If we could sell Dusan and get a nice chunk of change for him, and you tell me you're bringing in Xerxes, then I'm fine with it. But if you're not going to bring in Xerxes, I want to keep Dusan. But Dusan needs to realize he's not Haaland. That's the problem with him and Chiesa. These guys think that they're at that level of money. Whether it's Dusan or Chiesa. But they're not. They haven't done it. Neither
that's what I say all the time.
They haven't done it. They haven't. My problem, I know, Reno, you've said that they haven't done it, but Dusan you could replace. Who are you replacing Chiesa with? That's my issue.
I don't know.
That's my biggest issue. Who are you replacing him with?
Yildiz.
No, Yildiz is a 10, bro.
He can play on the wing.
Yildiz is a 10. He's not a winger. Yildiz is going to be the next Dybala. That's my prediction. Yildiz is the next
I'll move
Dybala.
on.
He needs to play as a 10.
I'll move on with the comments. Alberto said, figure it out, laugh aloud. We have to make do. It clearly is something we don't see as fans coming behind from the scenes. Even Grow, I agree, Al. All you, Alberto, they don't want him, Sev. Tu si testadura, Sev.
Yeah.
Rafael, figure it out. Tony, they're dumb for not wanting him then. You see Nico Williams. Nico Williams got aero tax waiting. Dude, Barca just paid like 100 million for him. Oh, 100 million. Okay, I'm just going through the comments, guys.
All right, they're all going
Williams.
after me. Santino, can you start saying shit because they're all going after me?
I think he's currently aspect. Hate to break it to you, but everyone besides Calafiori is piling on that defense. Ivan.
Oh, let's go to that. Let's go to Calafiori. Let's do a discussion about Calafiori.
Okay. Well, 1 sec. Let me finish the comments here because we have too many. We could end up with Ildic and Solé killing it next year. Chiesa rotting on the bench at another club. And we will wonder why even had this conversation.
That's
True.
a good point.
Ildic, yeah, that's a good point. Indians under Mota could be special. Oh, now you like Mota, James. Now, Mota, before he was a Bruto Interista, now you're all excited with Mota, huh? Ah, this guy. I agree, Sev. I'm not sold on anyone until we see results. Okay. Sev doesn't like him because Chiesa is on the house. Ivan, Cup Miners, Fagioli. Yes. Man, Alberto, you killed me. Douglas is an upgrade on most of our midfield. That I can agree.
James Lapierre.
Now, this is this is interesting. Thuram played mostly defense last year. Nice fans love him and said he was used in the defense phase, but he will be a sick box-to-box midfield.
I hope
That's
so.
what I heard too. That's what I heard too, Alberto, through people that seen him. I barely see him, but they say he could be better than his brother. I know it's a different position, but that's what I've been hearing from this guy. Then, mamma mia, if he could play with three
there's a lot of
kids
messages
on the
tonight.
bench,
Yeah, buddy.
because we were behind. I just want to go forward. Okay, the ace in the hole is Mota. Also, Lewis passed a couple years in Prem. Most chances created, most set pieces chances created. Also having
Reno, when you're done, I want to ask.
Luis was really good last year in the Premier League. Really good.
No, Alberto is the man, Ivan. Whatever you say, man, it's hard to catch up on. So Rob could be like Kessie for you guys, okay?
Kessie was good.
Alberto, how are these guys? These are not good pickups, Sev. Laugh out, especially if you land Coop.
If Juve get Coop Minor, buddy, if Juve get Coop Miners, it's over. The best midfield in Serie A, I'll tell you right now.
Morata, no. A casa. I don't want Morata.
No,
he can stay where he's at.
No, he said he's staying at Atletico. He's staying. He's not going.
Santino, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Just to break up the chat a little bit. Are you happy with Mota?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah, he's a Mickey Mouse coach, right, Santino?
It's a good question. So, okay, I'm speaking about my point of view.
No, your personal opinion, because he wasn't my first choice. That's why I'm asking.
My personal opinion, I'm the type of guy, if I'm running Juve, I want an experienced coach that has won and has done something. I don't want a coach who brought Bologna to top 4, which I know it's a good thing that he did because Bologna wasn't expected to make top 4. He did a fantastic job. But I'd rather get somebody who's won the Scudetto, you know what I mean, who's won Champions League or has that experience. Now, not to say that Mota can't come in and do a fantastic job with Juve, because of course he can. Me personally, I would have went with somebody like I like Conte. He's got experience. He's won, league titles in different leagues. I would have went with a Conte instead of Napoli snapping him up over Mota because he's got the experiences he's won. But again, if Mota did it with a Bologna, he's got a much bigger budget with Juve, better players. Maybe he can do well. So I'm staying positive. We'll see.
Well, okay. So the only reason why I ask, and I kind of agree with you. So Motta wasn't my first choice, and these guys all know my first choice was actually Italiano. Like I really wanted Italiano. That was my. I wanted a complete change. Like I didn't. I wanted to. If we're gonna change from Allegri, I wanted a 180, like a full 180 change. I wanted Premier League style, meaning offensive first, possession first, all this stuff. Mota, to me, I hope that he does work out. I just don't like the fact that I feel that little by little he's a little too analytical. Like he's too okay. If you're gonna tell me, and I don't believe this, and Reno will tell you this, I don't believe in a lot of the rumors.
Yeah.
I don't. There is no shot in hell that this guy is saying, in my opinion, that he doesn't want Chiesa. I'm sorry. I just don't make that. I don't make. But you want Rabiot? So you don't want Chiesa? Cool, got it. Like his head is a little bit fucked
It
up.
always comes
I
back
get
to
it.
Chiesa.
No, but meaning, but you want Rabiot?
No,
No, he doesn't want
make any sense to
Rabiot.
me. No, but that's the same people who are telling you he doesn't want Chiesa are the same people telling you he wants Rabiot. That's
No,
where
but
my
recently, yeah, but he's not gonna stay Rabiot. What I'm
No,
hearing.
I know, but I'm saying if he goes to Giuntoli and says, Cristiano, I don't want Chiesa. I want Sule at right wing, and I want Rabiot as a as a mezzala. I don't want this coach then.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's my that's gonna affect my judgment of him. Here we go.
Michael.
What do we say?
Italiano overrated.
No, he's
Doesn't
not
agree
overrated.
with you.
Stop.
He's in New
Come
York.
on.
Come on, Mike. You're in New York kids. So like Sev, you're hurting this guy's feelings. Come on.
Bro, I like Mota for certain reasons, and there's certain things about him that are here's the thing, I don't know whether to judge it because I don't know if it's true or not. That's why, Reno, in the chat, I keep writing, I want to hear this guy from his words say, Chiesa doesn't fit my shit. Rabiot does fit my shit. Like, I want to hear him say that.
But you think he's gonna say that?
Well,
Let's see what Alberto
everybody says that he says it. What is Berto saying? I felt the same way.
I felt the same way on getting someone established as a coach. Me too, Alberto. However, I changed my mind because this team is rather young, and I think a coach is what we need now than a manager. Correct? Because Zidane,
I agree with that.
You need the money, guys. There's a difference between the two. Okay. How many countries have I seen that should use robot money to pay Chiesa? Buddy, your Rabiot is leaving. A casa. Fa schifo Rabiot, man. Please.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
This is for Severino.
Yeah.
What do you think about Chesney leaving? And who's the goalie? We got Di Gregorio coming in.
Di
Gregorio.
Berto's such an ass.
So I had to leave this one.
I didn't think that our goalie was that big of an issue until two things. Number one, the fact that what just happened a few days ago where Chesney said, I'm going to leave because it's better for the team. That's a Juventino type thing where like that shows your pride for the club and the franchise and everything. Now, on top of that, I think Di Gregorio was a Motta move because Di Gregorio can do what is going to fit this supposed Motta formation and be able to play the balls from the back and starting better from the back. Do I think we needed another goalie? No shot. I think with Perin and Chesney, we were more than fine. But I think that Giuntoli went after Di Gregorio because of his skill to work from the back in this supposed Motta style. And I say this Motta style in quotes because he, to me, has a lot to prove. I'm sorry. I just
To
think that
answer your
Motta
question,
has a lot to prove.
we'll wait and see. He might prove us wrong. But to answer your question, Alberto, he's the master. Seven's mad because Di Gregorio is getting kids of soccer. Oh my God. Then we got Pasquale Rugoni on his way to Saudi Arabia. You will need a center back. Don't worry about what we need in you. You worry about the Inter.
Yeah, worry about Inter. What? I haven't heard one rumor.
He's
about
always
Inter.
worried about Juve. Mamma mia. What the Inter got? Huh? All you Interisti si state rosicando because Giuntri, he's not getting Kefren Turam. He's not getting Douglas Lewis. And guess what? We're getting them. Rosica, io godo.
Inter's biggest move this year is going to be Zelensky. Good luck with that. Awesome.
Is that my buddy Pasqualino?
Enjoy Zelensky.
Yeah. Then one more thing. Chesney get what he can while you can. A gross salary too. Beautiful.
No, they'll save a lot of money. They'll save a lot of money on him.
Elkan says a lot of things.
Santino,
I
really
quick.
Don't
buy Elkan. Go ahead, Siv. Sorry.
We got cut off with the chat, and you were making your way to the point. You're good with
go ahead.
With Motta?
The verdict is still out. Unlike you, he has to prove.
I agree with you, buddy. 100%.
I think he's a good coach, though. I think he did well with Bologna.
No,
he's got
I know.
a lot of potential.
He's game changer. He's up there, game changer wise.
He's got a lot of potential.
I just think that. Yeah, I agree. But you didn't
I'm
want
happy
Italiano
with
at all?
Say again?
You didn't want Italiano at all?
I like Italiano. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Italiano. I got no issues with him.
I'd rather have Motta than Italiano.
Yeah,
That's just me.
Motta did so well with Bologna. You got to give him props for what he did. But
Well, let's give him a try.
Italiano brought offensive football to Fiorentina, and he brought them to 2 finals, I think. Back-to-back Confederations Cup, no?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they both did well.
It's funny, if you look at it, Italiano's basically following Motta, like in the teams that he's coaching. Like right with Spezia, he did it because Motta was with Spezia, and then Italiano came with Spezia. Now he's going to
Bologna.
He's going to Bologna, and Motta was just with Bologna.
So we're gonna get him. He's gonna come to Juve then.
Oh my God!
Probably.
Don't tell Berto that because.
Guys, let's give Motta a chance because there was no way that Mr.
Agreed.
Elkan
yeah.
Hey, I'm fine.
Guys, Ivan is saying Elkan did mention this year 0 coming at 12. Elkan says that all the time. He doesn't like to spend, Ivan. Before I move on, let me see. I got something
when
here.
when you get a chance, go to Calafiori. Go to Calafiori.
Yeah, that's how I was. I'm just gonna go through. There's a comment that was talking about Calafiori. Oh,
Inter got Stugats. You know Stugats?
Stugats, bravo. We got a question from Antonio. You think we can get Parisi or Coyote from Fiorentina? No, since I don't think so, Antonio.
I wanted Parisi last year. I wanted Parisi last year.
Hold on, let me get some funny.
I
like Beltran. Beltran from Fiorentina is good.
Beltran was a nice move too. Yep, 100%.
Based on the chat here, sorry guys, based on the chat, it's getting funny here. Stugats, okay. Another guy who wants on his way. Pioli, yeah, we talked about it today, Anthony. Inter picked up a higher interest rate. Even on their loan. When we talk about the champions, okay, let's start by Ned saying that one Turam is better than the other. One has already won in Italy. The other still has Turan. Pasquale, Scimenedit.
Okay, hold on.
Tu hai vinto lo scudetto da cartoon.
Let me step in for a sec because I feel sorry for Pasqualino here. And
he asked for it.
If we're being honest, guys, Inter doesn't really need to upgrade that much. They already got a killer team, so they're just adding Zelensky, which is extra help in the midfield. I think they got Tarami, the Iranian striker. They don't need too many pieces because they got the team already. You understand?
Yeah, I know, but still, man, these Interistas, they need to calm down, bro. They need to calm down.
Juve,
Well,
Okay.
Reno,
Juve's
they're
gotta
still
be
they're
five.
still the favorite. They're favorite to win.
Oh yeah.
Right now, they're still the favorite to win.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, I will tell you this: if they lose Chanaloglu,
Yeah, but I think he's gonna stay. I think
Lautaro.
that's a big matzo ball that hangs out in their midfield. If they lose Chanaloglu, I mean, to me,
one of their most important players.
yeah, he's one of him and Barella. To me, as far as I mean, aside from Lautaro, Thuram to me is he's a clown show. He's
You don't like Thuram?
their Thuram. I don't know. I don't see much out of him.
I don't like
I don't know.
Bastoni.
Bastoni's another one. I don't see much out of those guys. To
No,
me,
he's a brute Interista.
Inter's reason for winning was Barella, Lautaro, and Chanaloglu. I just those are the three guys. Those are the DiMarco. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. DiMarco is another game changer. He's a game changer. I agree.
Can I talk,
Bastoni
guys? Just to close.
No,
Go ahead.
you can't talk, Reno. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, go ahead. It's not my show tonight, guys. Sorry.
Vai, Fra, vai.
Just want to close it off from Alberto. You guys are awesome. Don't get in here often enough. Keep up the great work, fellas, and let's get the likes up, everyone. Thank you very much, Alberto. Hope to see you soon on my live, Alberto. I need you, paisano.
Alberto,
Same with Ivan. Same here, Alberto. Let's give Rino Zaurini the likes up, of course, but don't tell Pasquale that. You see, he's telling that to you, Santino, because he knows you're Inter defender in some way. Let's go, Aspetto. Let's go on. DiMarco was an ass at Euros, yes? Hey, that's what I said, but people find excuses that he was in the wrong position. Come on.
No.
Yeah, he didn't play well.
That's it. Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble, but Gianluca is staying. Rino, I'm glad you don't like Bastoni. You got Gatti. Hey, what are you trying to say?
Hey,
Pasqua, fammi una cortesia. Wi-Fi 4 passi, per favore. Grazie. DeMarco was a trash in the years. There's your answer. Okay, Sev, I gotta make you happy. Let me find a comment about Calafiori because I got some guys. Okay, let's say something about Calafiori. Let's talk about Calafiori, guys. I want to answer this guy. Hazard. In the moment, I would rather only sign Calafiori for Juventus this summer than all our signings so far combined. Rabiot, Locatelli. Okay, well, Calafiori is not coming. He's going to Arsenal. Let me start first with this Calafiori.
That's not 100% yet. Relax. There's still.
Well, it shows. I don't. You think he's going to come to you? I don't think so, man.
All right,
I know what you mean. You want to see the official.
Go your take, and then I want to hear Santino's take on Calafiori.
Okay, for me. Okay. Okay, for me, this Calafiori thing. Like I said today on the video.
Sorry to disturb you guys, but I gotta take off here, boys. I'm getting text messages here. You're too loud. You're too loud. I gotta.
Oh, sorry.
Sign off. No, not you guys. Don't worry. It's me. But Severino, always a pleasure, brother. Nice to see you, Rino. Thank you so much, and hope we can do this again real soon. But before I go,
we'll try to do it early.
Before I go, I just want your predictions real quick on who's going to be the campione for the Euro Cup.
For me, Spain.
Spagna.
I'm going Spain.
Spagna.
Spain?
What about Portugal?
Vaffanculo Portugal. I'm going with Germany.
Germany, really? Okay.
We're going to find out on Friday.
Okay, boys. Have a good night. Arrivederla. Ciao.
Have a good night.
Santino, pleasure.
Ciao, buddy.
Okay.
Pasqualino. My buddy Pasqualino. Ciao, buddy.
Okay. Ciao, Santino. 1 second, Severino. You can continue on because I might have a guest coming. 1 second.
Oh,
you continue on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah. so everybody can just watch me now. I'm on the show right now. Just me. This is great. What do we talk about? Chiesa. You want to talk about Chiesa? You want to talk about Calafiori? What should we talk about? Let me read these. Let me read some of these comments. I still can't believe we are losing out on Calafiori. I don't think that we're 100% out on Calafiori. I really don't. I think that the media in Italy is insane. I don't think that it's 100% that we're losing out. I think that this is a little bit of a kind of like not a plea deal, but more of like a crying thing from Bologna saying, hey, look how much we can get. If the difference is going to be 20 million from what we offered to them, then fine. Then we can't compete with that. But if the difference is only going to be 5 or 10 million for Calafiori, that's on Juventus. That's on Giuntoli, in my opinion. Oh, Reno's back. Sorry, Reno.
Yeah, I'm back.
I was
No,
answering.
go ahead.
I was answering some of the questions.
Yeah, because they're talking about Calafiori. Where are you at? Let's talk about Calafiori. Not going to Roma. Yeah, I was gonna say my piece. I might have a guest because someone told me. I just wait. I just sent him the link. We'll see if he's gonna join. I don't know about this Calafiori, man. I did not like how they manage, with Bobo. I know you said nothing is official yet, but what I'm seeing, bro, I don't know. I'm not really too happy because they all do everything just to jeopardize Juventus. Because even let's say Calafiori goes to Arsenal, is he gonna do that great? Like, I hope he doesn't go downgrade because usually when they go there, these young players, yes, they get big money, but then non va bene.
I mean,
So I'm very pissed off with this situation.
In my opinion, to me, Calafiori was almost more important than Koopmeiners.
Yeah.
I'll even go a step further. I'll even say signing Calafiori is more important than re-signing Chiesa. To me, Calafiori is the future. If this makes any sense, Maldini. Like, I just think he has that vibe to him. Like, he's got that beast mentality, like a Chiellini, like a Maldini, where we could build a team around him. Bremer, I think, was that guy for me, and with that release clause, oh no!
Guess who's back? All right, he's gone.
What happened here? Holy, what happened here? Just like that, you go from the live chat into the actual show. Sev, have you told us anything about Chiesa tonight? You said anything about Chiesa?
Oh my God. Guys, welcome Alberto Plamol, Juvecast, my paisano. A pleasure to have you here, man.
Oh man, pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. I gotta come in here. I gotta jump in here, with little Severino here, Mr.
Really?
Italiano. First of all, Italiano blows. Okay, like he sucks.
Already,
That's first. That's number one. Number two, all I'm trying to say with Chiesa is it's something behind the scenes we are not privy to as fans because it doesn't make sense. We, of course, have the money to renew him. We just don't want to. Juve just doesn't want to. Otherwise, they would. They have the funds. They have all the ability. They just don't want to. And you know what? I can't help but go back to my mind to like earlier on during the season, like maybe February. I got to find the exact date I put that video out. I always tell you guys, I had that video where I was hearing strong that Max and Chiesa, they said, are both going to be gone for problems behind the scenes and locker room. Juve has identified both of them as just, Giuntoli said, enough is enough. Maybe there's truth to that, but it doesn't make sense from our perspective, not giving him like 1.5 net to just renew, which is all he was after. Maybe another year on top of that. It doesn't make sense. So for me, they just don't want to renew. With Calafiori,
okay, go ahead.
Koopmeiners was always my priority, higher than Calafiori. Always. The midfield. I think the drop off from Koopmeiners to the other targets in the midfield is massive, massive. We still have good enough, strong enough coverage in the defensive phase that we can get away with that and pick up somebody maybe from the 20 to 30 million mark and still be covered. Todibo would be great for me if we could land him. But to be honest, I think we'll be okay. And I'm literally working on some on Jallo because in my opinion, if that guy plays and we see him regularly, he actually literally is the exact scouting report as Calafiori, other than aerial battles. Other than that, they're almost par for par when you read scouting reports of these guys over the past couple of years. If he stays healthy, I think he's got all the traits Malta could use. But I also think Malta could do something more with Gatti, to be honest with you. Danilo is still there and versatile. I honestly think we're covered. In midfield, the drop-off's too big. Coop Miners is always my priority. Always.
More than Cala.
Alberto,
More than
you're the
Calafiori,
man.
yes. Because bangers and mash are only good for so long. Then you got to come back home to the pasta and we'll be ready to scoop them up for a lot less than what they paid for them. Bangers and mash, no. Come back for the real stuff.
All right.
Is that why you came, Alberto? You had to conclude because you were texting. You had to give your 2 cents.
Well, the room opened
Well
up.
said.
One out, one in.
So might
Let's
as
keep
well.
it rolling.
All right. Wait, can I
always a pleasure.
Can I combat Berto?
Go.
No,
right now?
you can't.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, fire away there.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Go ahead.
Who you
Go ahead.
upgrading Chiesa with, bro? Who you
Oh,
upgrading
here
with?
we go.
What?
Who you upgrading?
Why are
Sancho?
we going back to Chiesa?
Zignova. Who are you?
Big mistake, Alberto.
Listen, man, you're not understanding. Okay, I'm with you on the upgrades thing, but what you're not gathering is that it's not even a matter of an upgrade. The relationship is broken, in my opinion.
That's
Juve
fine.
wants him
Oh,
out.
boy.
Why? Why does Juve?
I don't know because we're not behind the scenes. That's what I'm telling you.
We don't know. We don't know, bro.
I can't
This
look
guy,
at this.
mama.
I can't look at this whole scenario and not think Juve wants him out. Period.
And you're not going on the Mota thing, on the supposed rumors that Mota doesn't want him.
No, God,
You're
no.
not going with that. 'Cause
No.
That's the part that is
Okay.
bothering me.
No. He wants, okay, think about that. How does that make sense too?
It
Because
doesn't.
he wants Sule. Is Sule going to do more or as much defensive work as Chiesa? No. So that bullshit, that rumor is bullshit, okay? What
Yep.
makes the most sense? Looking at everything, can Juve afford to give him a few more Chicoria? Absolutely. Do they want to? Apparently not, because otherwise they would. More terms, we couldn't make it a 2-year, so make it 3 in total because he's already got 1 there. We couldn't do that. Of course we could. You couldn't give him 3 million gross. Of course we could. We just got rid of Sandro, who cost us 11.5 a season. Of course we have the money
Well,
to
that
do
was
that.
an absolute. That was
They
an absolute
don't
joke.
want to do it. They offered him a renewal knowing he wasn't going to accept that. And it's the same thing they're doing with Weston McKennie, because for me, the signs are there. If Giuntoli wants somebody out, he's going to get that person out. He did so with Bonucci. He did so with Max Allegri, and he's doing so with Chiesa.
Okay,
For
so
me-
now
Chiesa,
here's my
bravo.
here's my question. I'm not combating
Okay.
what you just
And this
said.
is just my gut. My gut.
This is my question to both.
No, I
you
agree
and-
with you.
I'm going to ask Reno and Berto the same thing.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
went with Douglas Luiz, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Douglas Luiz is an upgrade to McKennie after McKennie's last year.
100%.
Really?
Sent, yeah.
100%.
And Thuram on a bad year in Lille is an upgrade over, I guess he would be Rabiot's replacement at this point.
I wouldn't
Maybe.
even consider him Rabiot's replacement because for me, Thuram isn't an immediate starter, but he's way better than the support system we have there now in Caviglia and Miretti. Listen,
Yes.
if you want to talk Douglas Luiz, how did McKennie do in the Premier League when he went there? Because
Shit. He was shit.
Because
He was
again,
shit.
Luis, over the past 2 years, it's all there in the numbers. Most chances created, most chances off set pieces. What have we said for a while we need? Set piece specialists? You got one. Also, can McKinney do that? Hell no. This
No.
guy is also leading the Prem in the past 2 years in tackles and another defensive category. He could play anywhere in the three positions Mota would use him, but he's probably going to be in a two-man pivot. Coop Miners would take that high role. That's brilliant if we land him. Kefren Turam spent the majority of last season defensively. All the Nice fans said the same thing. They love the guy. He's an incredible talent, and they said they're happy he's coming to us because they think he's going to excel in Serie A. And I do believe he will as well. But he's a number 8. So he's like your classic box-to-box. That's where he gets the freedom to do his damage. But to put him immediately right up to Rabiot, well, what are we talking about? The funny thing is, if you actually look at their numbers, Thuram's not that far off in terms of like the performance graphs and everything that they're looking at.
Chances created, all that stuff.
Like he's actually not far off while, again, on a down year, but a down year that made sense to the fan base that didn't change their opinion of him as a player. And I put a lot more weight on kind of that than just looking at the graphs and numbers and he's got one assist or whatever, but that's not really his whole game.
You think that Coop will agree or be flexible to a two-man pivot?
Coop Miners can play anywhere in a midfield 3, and that's why the fear
he's never played a two-man pivot with Atalanta, bro.
The fear that some fans have with him being a system player makes no sense to me, because at Atalanta he literally played every role in the midfield, and he did so seamlessly. And then if you look at his numbers, he's got the numbers to back it too. He's got everything. He's well-rounded, and he's got the numbers to back it. Offensively, he's exactly the guy we need. And again, if you're looking, pound for pound, losing out on Calafiori or losing out on Coop Miners, the drop-off there is massive for Coop Miners. Coop Miners is a can't miss for Juve because he wants to come, and we need him.
But so did Kala. Kala wanted to come.
But we need Coop the most. Midfield has been ignored for 7 fucking years, man. Enough is enough.
Yeah, it's a long time. A question, Alberto, from Anthony. Alberto, do you think Thuram could be like Kessie type player for you guys in Turin? He said that before, but you want you to answer the question.
I think he's going to be like a young, maybe potential up-and-comer of like a Vidal.
Hey!
Ivan! Wow!
I had to join my buddy
a calling show.
I had to jump in with Bert there. That's we haven't done this in ages, but I felt I needed to get some stuff off my chest as well as Bert. I'm with everything he's saying. I'm with him. Italiano's, he could go coach Serie A Z. Serie A Z for all I care.
Stop already, stop.
Oh my God.
Chiesa, give me Lombardo. Attilio Lombardo right now at his age instead of Chiesa. So listen, here's the thing. Really quickly, what Bert is saying about Chiesa in the background, guys, the simplest answer is usually what or situations usually the answer. My bro way back in, I think in March or April, was there with his kid.
Yeah.
And he wasn't happy. He sensed a really bad vibe, so to speak. And it's not to say that, if you listen to all the guys, like, follow Bert and all the other guys online, even they're saying there's something there. Like, why wouldn't you sign Kid? Like, think about it. Why wouldn't you sign?
I agree with that part.
So it's like the Dybala thing. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
First of all, it was term.
It's a telenovela, no finish mai.
It was term, and it was his injuries and so on. So this is not his injury. This is his attitude, and I think that you can see it on the field at points. of how crusty he was. But I heard Calafiori and Di Gregorio. I saw a thing. What do I think? I think Di Gregorio is a fantastic pickup. I think that for the term, for the cost, and for what he is, and Tech going away, it's just absolutely fantastic business for Juve to get that quality of a keeper.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Yes.
Do you think that Di Gregorio is a fantastic pickup, even if we didn't get Motta?
Yes, he would have been, because he's the best goalie in Serie A. So for me personally,
No, but it's for the style of play that Motta
for
wants to
my
do.
personal choice would have been Carnesecchi. That's just for me.
Yeah.
But Atalanta want way too much for him, right?
Same with Donnarumma, by a lot of money, man.
So Donnarumma is another story.
It's funny, when Carnesecchi's name kept coming up, I was like, why are we not looking at Di Gregorio? Because I know he was cheaper. And over the past couple of years, Di Gregorio's been a beast.
Yeah.
And
even at Mozza.
I said it on my show too. Like, the guy's like, he's at Monza.
Yeah.
You know how many shots he's faced in comparison to these other guys? And I get what Sev's trying to say with the style of play. This guy is a shot stopper, number one. He's a hell of a keeper. And the fact that he could play with the ball at his feet in that setup is just an added bonus. That's a luxury nowadays, right? But he's a great goalkeeper. That signing is top notch. And also because they were only going to renew Szczesny under the new terms from Giuntoli, which I agree with. If you're overage players, you're going to be renewing at a lowered salary. Yeah. And if he doesn't accept that and he doesn't like that, then guess what? You're going into a final contract year. It's time to see you later.
Out.
We get what we can while we can. And Giuntoli's no nonsense, and I respect the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like. He's sneaky, and he's getting the job done.
It's not even that he's sneaky. I think he's the opposite. I think he's laying it all out there. Like, he's
proving everybody wrong.
It's not Club Med anymore at Juve, basically, where players can come over here, get on these bloated wages and all this, and not produce. It's not like that anymore.
Pasquale.
Now, all of a sudden, it's shut up, and he doesn't care what he has to do to clean things up. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Alberto. This guy Pasquale, he doesn't give up. Hey, you guys had to win with Conte the Scudetto, so why are we talking here?
Well, please, Pasquale's still counting the Scudetti. They can't even get it right. They still think it's 20. He's still spending this. When did the season end? A month and a half ago. He's still counting, for God's sake.
Oh, mamma mia! All these guys are super campioni. They can't take what Giuntoli's to, buddy. What about your team, man? Mamma mia!
I love it, man. I love it. Get nervous.
Rosita.
Imagine they had to count to 38.
Yo, I said it before. You guys get excited about Zielinski. Go ahead. Good luck with that one.
We'll leave them be with the Calafiori situation.
Go ahead, Ivan.
I don't think the youngster could say no to what's being offered from Arsenal's standpoint. If he really wants to stay in Italy, he does. But at the same time, what Berto's saying about Coop being the priority, he is the priority. Even Agresti today mentioned that he said it in no, he was out there. He goes, guys, whatever's happening is happening, but remember, Coop Miners is the priority. Also, the signing of Thuram does not cancel the possibility of Rabiot re-signing. That he was also specific in mentioning that. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know. Like, we don't know.
Ivan, do you want Rabiot back?
Listen, we're playing in 5 competitions this year coming up. 5.
That's
right?
why I'm asking. That's why I'm curious.
So is he a bad option for Coppa Italia or games against the weaker sides in Serie A? Like, no. There's gotta be turnovers this year. Where I'm a little bit nervous, I'm gonna be honest, is the attacking side. Who's gonna be the vice Dusan? Is it Milik? He's old. Right? Who is that? Who are they going? And I heard the Xerxes stuff, but that was more, I think, to mess around with Milan than anything else, right?
Yeah.
Sul Campo, baby.
Who?
There's only one team that accepted cardboard. Guess who? Guess who? There's only one team that took the cardboard, baby.
Stop it. You guys are too much, man. Just get over it, man.
So
Like
Ivan
you're
just
lucky you
brought
got Marotta. Come on.
Ivan
Yeah,
just brought
got
up
you guys.
Rabiot, right? And we just
Okay, you
signed
change the
Thuram.
subject. Mamma mia.
I'm not changing it. I'm just changing. I'm staying on it.
Yeah.
So we just signed
Okay.
Put the
Douglas.
gun down, though, Seth.
It's just a finger. It's just a finger. It's just a finger.
This is
the
getting
gun
exciting.
down.
Mamma mia. I should have done
So
the Colin show tonight,
so
man.
we just signed Luis and Thuram. If Rabiot stays, is Rabiot starting?
Well,
He started last year.
listen.
I know he
If-
did, but we didn't
if
have
we-
we didn't
if
have
we
Thuram
renew-
and
If we renew Rabiot at the same money, if he accept, which by the way, I don't believe he will.
I don't think
but-
so either.
If he does, that's actually a huge. If we land Coop Miners and Rabiot stays, that's actually massive. And I actually would put Juve's midfield as the best in Serie A. If you're going to have Coop Miners, you're going to tell me we're going to have Rabiot, we're going to have Douglas Luiz, and you're still going to have Locatelli and Fagioli in the mix.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's deadly. That's deadly.
Yeah.
That's unreal right there.
But my point is, Rabiot's not going to start.
And that's fine. But that's
He
what
says he's gonna
it's
start.
fine for it. But Berto, it's fine for you. It's not fine for him. He's not going to be okay with that. He's
Tough
going to be
titties,
like,
because that's
could
why
have
I'm
went.
watching Mota, because I don't want the same thing. And what's funny is exactly what Szczesny spoke about this past week that pissed me right off with Max Allegri, and something that I talked a lot about in the podcast all the time. Szczesny come out and said, after the struggles and everything, Allegri walks up to him and he's like, oh, here we go. I'm going to hear about this shit, you know, when he shit the bed and all this. And what did he say? Walked up to him and said, what's the matter with you? He goes, you're my starting goalie no matter what, because for me, you're the best in the world. Nothing's ever going to change that. And Tech said, okay, that's great. And he picked him up, whatever he went. But not everybody is the same. And that is exactly how you breed complacency in a team. Because for me, it was evident this season that Max Allegri gave way too much leash to the guys that were not rewarding him. Rabiot is one of those individuals. Do I believe Thiago Motta would fall into the same trap? I don't actually think so. I don't actually think so.
But Berto, isn't Motta known for switching quite a few guys from week to week?
Motta played 3 setups this season, but he predominantly played 2. And all those 2 switches were how he used the midfield. Switching from 2 more advanced with 1 deep lying mid, and then to a 2-man pivot with 1 higher. That's all. That's really the extent of his rotation, and it had to do with the players he started. But I like that too, because to me, that's going to make a whole lot more sense with us and the players we have. How many times this past season were we like, okay, we're getting a system change, but you got Cambiasso as a right fucking winger. You got it was so mishmash. Mota will do well, but that's what Sev's talking about is yet to be determined how he's going to deal with some of the, experienced guys around if they stop delivering at some point in the season. For what he came from at at Bologna, what says that he would have any fear in starting a younger guy behind these guys? I don't think he'd have any fear. He just came from a team that had 31 million in salary. You think he's going to be scared to play a Gatti if maybe even on the outside if Danilo shits the bed at right back? I don't think he'd have any fear.
No. I think I like listen. I like Motta style. I watched them a few friends.
I like him too.
Were there other coaches out there? Sure. Let's, were the big guns out there? I don't think for what Juve is building right now, a Conte would have been ideal because
a good idea.
Well, just because he's a strong personality, and this is a young management team. Even though Giuntoli is seasoned, but I don't think that those personalities will gel. Just like it didn't gel with the big personality that is Allegri, right? And it just didn't work out, and rightfully so. So I think that this new look and this new MO on Juve's part, they had to do a lot of things.
Good.
I know we have some attachment to the Agnelli era, but they're really trying to be hard to disassociate themselves from that and starting new, right? So it's um, it's the phoenix, right? Renew from the ashes, and there's some ashes for sure over the last few years, and they need to renew what the the team is all about. They're playing hardball with the sponsor, right? Whatever
Hmm.
the main sponsor, shirt sponsor is.
Yeah, that's another
But
thing. Yeah.
and going a little bit on the business, Francesco Calvo knows what he's doing. He's no
Yeah, he
slouch
does.
in the world of football
I had a
marketing.
pleasure to meet him.
Francesco Calvo is, guys.
He's the
He's at the
man.
height. He is it. Like he knows what he's doing. So I trust him. I trust management right now. I really do. I like they're being consistent, right? And I've heard that when listening to Berto and other guys on their podcast, and Nico Skira and Agresti saying that they're being consistent with what
Yeah,
their plan is, and they're staying true to it. Will it work out? Hey guys, we don't know what tomorrow,
yeah, we don't
right?
know.
Right?
We all gotta
But
be positive
there's a
and
plan.
hopefully for
There's
the
a
better.
plan. There's a plan, and they're executing, guys. He's executed
Project.
in 85-90% of what he's been pushed to do. Like Calafiore is okay. We're possibly going to miss out, but
I
as I said, Coop Miners
I
is
literally said this the other day, and I said, how far back do you have to go, and how refreshing is it to actually see that what we're mapping out that we're all excited on, a lot of it's actually coming to fruition.
yeah.
Like, how far back do you have to go for that? Like, you have to go quite a while. Otherwise, it was flashy signings and a ton of patchwork around it that actually left us with a down feeling towards the end of the Mercato, like, it could have been better. The way it started right now, it's red hot, and the market just opened. All right, so as far as what's to come, Calafiore, we always knew was going to be difficult. And what did we need
Yeah,
the entire time? The entire time we needed the will of the player. The fact that he has agreed terms with Arsenal shows you we did not have his full 100% will that we needed. And there's nothing to
How
be
how
upset about
concrete
that.
how concrete is that, Berto?
Well, this is where it's DiMarzio all of a sudden has made a comeback around Juve news, because for a couple of
I'll
years
be
there,
right back.
he wasn't where he needed to be around Juve. But the past year, and I don't know because of the shakeup at Juve, and maybe his sources all of a sudden got back in or something, he's been on it for the past year. He's the one that has said that he was the first one that said the terms are agreed between Arsenal and Calafiore on a deal to 2029. And it was a very healthy salary. And bottom line, if it's getting to that point where a guy of that echelon is throwing those out there, that tells me immediately Calafiore's 100% will is not with Juventus.
and then when you see the other guys popping in, like the Skitas or the Agressis of the world, and you start triangulating the news, it's like, all right,
So how can
yeah,
we call this a big fail or a big miss from you? It's not a big miss. There's nothing
No, I don't
else
think that. I don't think that.
we could have done.
yeah.
There's nothing
I
else we could have done.
if the difference was only like a five, like I think you said this at one point today in one of your lives, or Reno said it. Like if the difference was
Yeah,
5 million,
yeah.
then I'd be like, what the fuck were we doing? Like, come on,
Yeah,
you
but
you
if you're
can't.
It's 20
half of the
million, 30
total, if it's
million. Come on.
25 and they're
Right.
getting apparently 45 million pounds or whatever, like,
Yeah, that's a
And
big
remember, almost
difference.
half of that's going to FC Basel too, right?
and they're getting, and
Yep.
that's another thing, 40% goes to Basel, and they're getting like 10 million on bonuses on top of that.
Is his salary the same as what we offered him?
No, 3.5 from
No,
what
it's
I
higher.
saw. It's 3.5 or higher plus bonuses. It's higher.
And what
I
did
don't
we
know.
offer him?
This guy's saying, I don't know. I don't
Now
believe that Calafiore is going to come.
listen, and this is where if because somebody said that to me today and said, well, why wouldn't we have gone in when it was 30 million euros and just got it done? Because if you're asking me personally, and this is me, I don't speak for all of you. If you are asking me personally, if I could go back in time and shut down the Luiz and Thuram deals for Calif, I still say no. This midfield has been ignored for 7 years. Enough is enough. I get it. I get the allure of a young up-and-coming Italian center back that reminds us of Nesta and Cannavaro with their fucking hair. But guess what? The midfield is dreadful. It has been dreadful. And I always say you live and die in the game of football with your midfield, okay? It's your engine, all right? What suffers with a shitty midfield, not just offensively, defensively as well. You will be able, with a strong midfield, to make up, and we can get away with not having Calafiori there. We still have players. What if Huijsen stays? Who's composed, that we were all hyped on, and he can get some minutes in there? He's got a lot of the similar traits. He's a lot younger. He's 3 years younger. He's not as groomed already as Calafiori, but you've got Thiago Jallo, who's 23 years old. That's a big one. That's a big one. Jallo is a big matzo ball out there. Under Mota, I see Jallo exploding. And Gatti, by the way. We can get around this. Which we've spoken about. You can't get around a weak midfield any longer. Period.
Yeah.
Guys, sorry guys, I have to close it up. Thank you for joining, because I have to go. Before anything, put a like and subscribe. Alberto,
are you getting held up at gunpoint? You look nervous, man. Are you okay?
No. I'm okay.
I thought you were getting held up. Like, you're like, guys, I gotta go.
No, because I got the baby crying. So I
okay. So, just busting your balls. Take it easy.
Of course.
Good seeing you, Sam. Reno, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. Like and subscribe, guys, and we'll do this again. Until then, sempre forza Juve, a casa Inter e a casa tutti.
Pasquale, 19.
Yeah, as always. 1 secondo, guys. Where is that one? Ciao. I'll be right back.